At the Game Awards 2022, Death Stranding 2 was presented by Kojima Productions and its founder, Hideo Kojima. However, in traditional Kojima fashion, details about the game have been cryptically teased, including the title, while the TGA trailer and promotional materials were labeled DS2, suggesting that the game will be a sequel under the traditional name. There were other hints from both the presentation and Kojima Productions that pointed to a different title. As Hideo Kojima predicted, the Death Stranding 2 trailer was full of hints about the game's premise, even as it seems to confirm that the game will be a direct sequel to 2019's Death Stranding. Remarkably original, Death Stranding was produced from Kojima Productions' first game since the infamous Konami split. Previously, Kojima was best known as the leader of the Metal Gear Solid franchise, having an undeniable influence on the gameplay and storyline of Death Stranding. Death Stranding 2 is a working title. Following the announcement, Kojima Productions released a brief statement on Twitter confirming that Death Stranding 2 is merely a working title. This is probably why the trailer avoided writing the full name, as the actual title hasn't been finalized yet. This raises the question of what DS2 will eventually be called, but looking back at the naming conventions of Metal Gear Solid games, it's possible to speculate what Kojima's next game, Death Stranding 2, will eventually be called. Each sequel to 1998's Metal Gear Solid had its own unique and cryptic subtitle referencing each game's themes. MGS2, Sons of Liberty referred to both an in-game terrorist organization and Raiden, the game's naive and boyish protagonist. Snake Eater and Guns of the Patriots had similar resonance, but the most interesting example of an MGS title was the Phantom Pain, which referenced not only Big Boss' robotic arm, but also the big twist that was revealed at the end of the game. If the spirit of Metal Gear has been passed on to Death Stranding, it's not unreasonable to apply the same naming conventions to DS2. In the trailer, the words DS2 appear above an image of an angelic winged bridge baby, but another logo is shown right after, Drawbridge. This is almost certainly the successor to Death Stranding's Bridges. At the end of the first game, Sam Bridges cuts his ties with Bridges and UCA and decides to isolate and raise his BB Lou in isolation. Drawbridge may be an organization created by Sam in the post-Death Stranding era, as their mission statement of protect and connect through stick and rope embodies the design ethos and secret meaning of Death Stranding 2019. Alternatively, it could be an antagonistic organization that Sam and Fragile will face. In any case, its appearance immediately after the DS2 title could mean that the Death Stranding 2 subtitle contains the word Drawbridge, reflecting the naming conventions of MGS games. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and support my channel.